Welcome back, everybody. In today's video, we'll be going over some LEGO Star Wars Mandalorian TV show MOCs, and this is going to be 8 of them that I found on the internet, and all the full credit goes to everyone in this video. But yeah, let's start off with number 8, guys. This is going to be from BWTMT on YouTube, and he pretty much made a LEGO Star Wars Mandalorian custom buildable figure to scale with all the other buildable figures. And if you guys didn't know, the buildable figure line for LEGO Star Wars was canceled in 2018, so there's not going to be any more, at least for the next couple of years now, or at least the next couple waves, unless they ever bring it back or maybe change it up a little bit. But he did a very cool custom of the Mandalorian himself, and pretty much it looks pretty accurate. It looks like to be about the same size as like the Jango Fett and Boba Fett. It looks like everything is 100% authentic LEGO, parts and everything. The helmet could have used a little work, but pretty much in his case, though, I understand, that there's not just a actual Mandalorian helmet print, like some of these other actual, official figures that LEGO does, for these. So the helmet, again, even some of these comments on here are saying it could use some work, but for the parts available and what he has to work with, I definitely got to give him credit for that. So that's the number 8 Mach. Moving on to number 7, guys. This is going to be from Baggles For Real on Instagram. You guys have probably seen this Mach so far. It's kind of more so a little custom set altogether, and this is pretty much going to be from episode 2, pretty much when the Mandalorian faces that rhinoceros beast. And pretty much it comes with a couple off-world Jawas, the main Ugnaught, which I forgot his name offhand, and then the Mandalorian all dirtied up. So quick little Mach right here. Nothing really to go over too much. Kind of simple, but definitely still a Mach, since he did have to make the render for it and actually put together the build. So got to give him credit on that one. So that's number 7. Moving on to number 6, guys, this is also from Baggles For Real. Going to include this in one really quick in here, and this is pretty much from episode 1 of the Mandalorian. Pretty much the main little land speeder that the Mandalorian pretty much took the his cargo, his bounty, that he had to get in the first episode, the blue alien dude, and with the little driver, pretty much all included in the set. Little tan, kind of almost like Luke's land speeder, but of course more accurate to the episode. This definitely didn't last for that long in the show, so I don't think LEGO would ever really do a set over it, but nonetheless, it is also a very cool build and render from Baggles For Real. Moving on to number 5, guys, this is going to be from another YouTuber by the name of Arkham Elo, and he pretty much made a little IG-11 Last Stand Mach. A simple little vignette right here. It looks like to be about maybe a 12 by 12 Mach with just one figure on it, but nonetheless, it does look very accurate and, does portray, and you could recognize the scene, from episode 1, when IG-11 and the Mandalorian did take on all those, the pirates or the bounty hunters. To get the child, or nonetheless baby Yoda, I don't really think that's a spoiler by now, out of the little compound in the first episode. So, yeah, I think a very nice detail on this Mach. Again, a nice small little Mach, something to throw on the desk. I mean, nothing too crazy. I feel like people haven't really had time to build, super big Machs yet. So, I mean, some of these are kind of just, the basic kind of just low tier, on the totem pole kind of Machs. Not in like a quality, standpoint, but just kind of like, the little vignettes, on the next couple, I'll show you guys, there's going to be a couple, kind of just, kind of obvious, Machs that aren't too outside the box yet, I'll say. So that's pretty much that one. Before moving on to number 4, guys, I would like to take a quick second to kind of announce today's sponsor. That is, of course, my Bricklink store, Indie Brick Den. I figured on the topic of this, top 10 Machs for the Mandalorian, I figured I'd promote this, and again, I'm running a 30 to 50% off sale. All LEGO parts and all LEGO figures. If you guys need any parts for your Mach, if you guys want to try to recreate one of these Mandalorian Machs, definitely be sure to check out Indie Brick Den on Bricklink. And yeah, everything's almost 50% off, guys. It's super cheap parts, so I want to thank them for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into number 4, guys. Moving on to number 4, guys. This has to be from I want to say Hachiruku24. My bad if I mispronounced that, but I know he does have a YouTube and an Instagram. But he pretty much made a little, almost like kind of brickhead scale Baby Yoda. in the little, the carrying case, the little, transport thing, the little half dome thing that he was found in. He hasn't been in a couple episodes though, but in the earlier episodes he was, pretty much always in it. And yeah, very cool. Very nice use of those sand green kind of like dragon tooth pieces as the ears. I think that works very well. A little bit of non-Lego cloth in there, but that doesn't hurt. I feel like it really fits and adds to the the whole entire Mach right here. A little clear stand on the bottom, if you guys can see, so it can kind of actually hold it up and make it look like it's floating or levitating. And yeah, altogether, this definitely, I think this Mach in particular actually kind of blew up on Instagram. And got like 10,000 likes or something like that. So you guys might have already seen this one, but definitely one nonetheless to include for the video. Moving on to the top three right here, this is pretty much what I was getting at earlier. We had a buildable figure, and this is pretty much a brickhead set of the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. This is from Baron Sat right here, and pretty much he just did a actual brickhead scale Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. I think the Baby Yoda definitely looks very accurate. I think it very size proportionate. A little bit bigger, I guess, than what it necessarily would be. In the show, Baby Yoda's barely taller than, the Mandalorian's boot. But in Lego form, you pretty much have to make it a little bit out of scale to really get some detail in there and really tell what it is. So there's pretty much that. And he's also being held in the little levitating transport thing. This is in a gold color this time. A little bit of a weird color choice on that, but nonetheless looks good. Then the Mandalorian himself, I think, looks very awesome. I think the forehead is a little big. I think they could have maybe cut those down. Instead of the 1x3, curve slopes like that, they could have done the 1x2 curve slopes, or I guess, instead of the 1x4 curve slopes, they could have done the 1x3 curve slopes. But nonetheless, I think this looks very awesome. I would not mind having this as a set. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do this as a set. We've only had the TST Raider and the Mandalorian Battle Pack, and just on the off chance we could have actually had a brickhead, I think this would be something that they would do. $14.99 or even $19.99. It would still sell. But there's number 3, guys. Moving on to number 2, this is actually kind of a modification, not really a mock. It's more of a mod. But this is from JB Brick Fanatic on YouTube, and he pretty much did a quick mod for the ATST Raider, and this is going to be a spoiler for episode 4 of The Mandalorian. But if you guys have not seen that episode, there's pretty much the ATST Raider set, which we have in Lego, but in the show it was pretty much a little bit different. Pretty much the exact same design. They got the legs really right. They got the rest of the the whole entire frame of the the ATST right. But the eyes were glowing red in the episode, and that's of course something Lego didn't really care to portray. They might have not even known that it had red light up eyes. So pretty much, if you guys want to check out this video, I'll leave a link down below, and of course credit to him for less than $1. He says 17 extra parts. You can pretty much make your Mandalorian ATST have those red eyes. And I'm looking at it right now. It looks very awesome. I'll throw a little video up on the screen right now. Of course, I'll credit him. But yeah, nonetheless, that is number 2, guys. Kind of more so a mod than a mock. But I guess it technically is a mock since he made it different than the Lego set. So there's that, guys. Then moving on to number 1, a pretty obvious one. You guys have already seen this around here. I've already talked about it on the channel, but of course, this is probably the number 1 Mandalorian Mach out on the internet right now by Rich Boy J. It is the Razor Crest in pretty much minifigure scale form. He did an incredible job on this. Definitely go check him out on his Reddit, his Instagram, and his YouTube. You pretty much post all that stuff on there. And yeah, so pretty much go give credit to Rich Boy J and all these other people on all these incredible mocks. I just wanted to kind of, show all these in this video, get it all together and let you guys see some of these awesome Mandalorian mocks. And obviously by the time the show's ended, probably by the beginning of 2020, there's going to be even more of them. I might maybe do a part 2 of this eventually, but nonetheless, guys, leave a comment down below on which one your favorite one was. And I want to thank you guys all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for it. See you guys later. Bye. 5% off on your next Lego purchase. Be sure to use code LIFEBRICK. That's capital L-I-F-E BRICK at republicbricks.com for 5% off your next order. It'll pretty much pay for your shipping or get you a couple dollars off. They sell old Lego minifigures, sets, mystery boxes, and more. I've got a couple of videos on my channel showing the products, so be sure to use code LIFEBRICK on your next order for 5% off.